Nina, 3 points at Stamford Bridge, 3 points in the Premier League, a clean sheet. We're all smiles today.
Yeah, we are, because we won. Fantastic. It's actually so funny to see how upbeat we are right now, because it's great. We got a win. I thought the first 20 minutes were a bit sloppy.
Just before we start, there's another reason why you're smiling as well, isn't there?
Fine. I'll say I just met John Terry and I'm really happy about it. What a legend. I mean, he's so humble as well. It's actually insane. And the support that he continues to show Chelsea on a daily basis, even when we're sitting 10th in the table, a little bit embarrassing, but he's still there. He is coming to games and showing his support. So just fantastic. And speaking of legends as well, I just want to say what a fantastic tribute for Vialli we did today, because that was a really touching, and even better that we managed to even get a win as well. So in his name to do that, because unfortunately we didn't against Man City, but there we are, we've managed to redeem ourselves. So yeah, great from the fans today. And back to the game, yeah, like I said, the first 20 minutes were a little bit sloppy. It took us some time to settle into the game. We were just passing the ball amongst ourselves in the back line. And speaking of back line, what a great game for Badiashile. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation, but I thought he stood really well in that game. He is so tall as well. I was so shocked to see him, because he made Kepa look so small. But I thought he stood really well alongside Thiago Silva as well, who, I mean, to have Thiago Silva next to you as well will install a lot of confidence in you.
Absolutely. I mean, do you think he'll be starting ahead of Koulibaly for the Anfield game?
Potentially, yeah, because Koulibaly hasn't really had a good series of games recently. Of course, he came on late in the second half and had some clearances there. But, you know, we've bought Badiashile now for a reason. I think we should give him a chance to start him as well. And considering he didn't really make that many mistakes in that game, and he actually was very composed and, you know, distributed the ball well amongst Hall and Trev and stuff. So I think maybe we should start him against Liverpool and see how that plays out. Because, of course, it's easy to have one good game. But, you know, once you get into the run of things, that's when you really kind of begin to show your full potential. So yeah, great as well. And with all our other youngsters, Gallagher, Hall, I think they had good games as well. I think they weren't perfect performances, but I think that's fine, because they were equally as good. Do you know what I mean? So they still got the ball up there. Lewis Hall had some fantastic crosses. Even when the Aubameyang came in late on the second half, he tried to get the ball in his head as well. He was unlucky with that. But to see good things like that is really, really refreshing, and it kind of installs confidence for the future, because these are the players that we're going to keep seeing. And Gallagher, I just love the aggression that boy plays with. I don't know if it was extra passionate because he was up against his former club, but just the tone that he sets to run around. I saw him in I'm pretty sure that man covered every single part of that ground tonight, because he just consistently runs about, did more than Mount did. I mean, don't even want to really talk about Mount, because I'm going to try and keep this fan cam as positive as I can.
You don't think he had a good game?
Mount?
I'm asking.
No. No, I don't think he had a good game. I think Mount, there might be something a lot more going on there, I think mentally, just in terms of how things have been in the past few months. But I think Mount knew himself tonight that he didn't do well, because I saw him kind of like smile at times and just, you know, shake his head at his own passes or at his own mistakes. So that goes to show as well, you know, if he's not happy with himself as well, then that speaks a lot, doesn't it? So we want to see improvement from Mount there. Havertz, of course, he was the one to get the ball in the back of the net, so great that he got the header in.
It's about time.
It was about time, yeah, Havertz, and I know that I'm not going to see anything like that for another probably 6, 7, 8 games, so we'll just be in the same boat with Havertz. But, you know, everyone's screaming Kai Havertz is the best on earth. Is he really? But, you know, anyways, moving along from Mount and Havertz, I thought Ziyech had a good game as well. I thought he really did bring some kind of idea and some creativity, and I think at times he does try a little bit too hard to move the ball over to his left foot, because he is so heavily left-footed. But nevertheless, I think he still tried to, you know, push the ball up there. He had good link-ups with Hall as well, and Gallagher, and even Hall kind of overlapped him at times, and they had that really good sort of 1-2 link up there. So yeah, great. It was nice to see that it was a bit more of a team performance today, and we did see these players kind of have some patterns of play here and there. Thiago Silva, absolutely exceptional. I mean, 38 years old, looking that phenomenal. I mean, amazing. And he even had a goal, sorry, not a goal. I think he had a shot on target as well in that game. He had 2 consecutive headers, and then he tried to bang it in there as well again. And I think Thiago Silva is just extraordinary, and to have him there, it always instills some faith. I think he's probably got quite a how do I say this, just a desire, a mission to really bring Chelsea out of these pits, because he is the one player that consistently fights, to bring this team out. To even if a player goes down, he is immediately the first one to go over. That is just such good leadership, such good spirit to have on the pitch. And I'm sure John Terry is looking at Thiago Silva and thinking, thank God that you're there right now, because he probably sees a bit of himself in Thiago Silva, I'd say. So great.
Just on Silva as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he is getting on, but do you think he's deserving another extension?
I mean, I would love to. I can't say no to that.
Do you think he'll take it? That's probably the question we should be asking, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't blame him if he doesn't, because, there are reasons for that. But as a selfish Chelsea fan, I'd say I want to keep him there for as long as we can, really. So great. Kepa as well. Kepa had 2 or 3, I think 3 or 4, maybe even really key saves in that game. We could potentially not have had a clean sheet in that game, so I think we should put some praise on Kepa's name today as well. I know fans have been a little bit iffy with his performances recently, but, I think we said back in last year, Kepa helped us get a lot out of a lot of those games, and in a game like this today where we could have conceded 2 or 3, he is to praise again. I know his performances aren't consistent, but Kepa still has that leadership there, and he still fights to navigate players and read the game well, and it worked today because we kept a clean sheet and we won the game.
Absolutely. And just also your thoughts on the new signing. I mean, I'm just happy we beat Arsenal too. I'm going to continue to say it. For us, I don't know how we've managed to beat the league leaders to this player. Obviously, it's most probably a question of money, but he still wanted to come here, so that's a positive in itself, right?
Yeah, no, great. And like I said, it gives us something to look forward to. It just gives us that kind of to look ahead, because things aren't looking good right now. Yeah, we won, but we're still 10th in the league. This season is very difficult for us, but it's nice to have these things to look forward to, and it's good that we are getting these transfers, and like you said, we are beating Arsenal at least to something right now. So it's always nice there, and he's not a cheap player either, is he? So he's going to come with a real big expectation, and I don't want to hype players too much before they've even stepped foot on the pitch, but it's nice to have something to look forward to.